Hi, welcome to Threesome. If you're looking for some hot, sexy action, you came to the wrong place. This is a 3-part series where I'll be focusing on the first 3 games of any given series. Why 3 games, you ask? Because I believe developers follow this philosophy. The first game would make the formula, of course. The second game would improve the formula, making what made the first game good in the first place. But the third game would change the formula, making a different game altogether. But Deadbolt, this format's already been done. Who cares? YouTube 2018. Today we're going to be focusing on a series of games called Snowboard Supercross, or SSX for short. Oh my gosh, the title of this video is gonna be so sexual. Fuck it, let's start the show. Before the dark times, EA was a dominant force in the gaming market. A lot of people back in the day have fond memories of playing their favorite games, such as Need for Speed, Medal of Honor, and many more. With the introduction of EA Sports Big, EA focused on introducing players to a new genre of sports games that focused on over-the-top arcade style of gameplay. It was a crossover between the EA games and the EA Sports brand. The first game released under this brand was SSX. In case you didn't hear me before, this game is centered around snowboarding. EA decided to take the game to a different approach. Usually with sports titles, they use the likeness of professional athletes to add credibility to the game. Since EA Big wanted to stray from realism, they would use a cast of fictional characters, each with their own set of attributes and writing style. You start with 4, but you'll be able to unlock more throughout your playthrough. Each character can be customized with select boards and outfits. You can unlock more boards and outfits by completing objectives. The game feels like you're playing in a professional league. There's even an announcer that reacts to your move. If you mess up, he will cringe. If you land a sick move, he will react with joy. But he will call you out if you keep on making the same move over and over again. As you play this game, maneuvering your character will be a breeze. The controls are complex, yet feel simple. You control your character with either the control stick or control pad. You have a button to jump and a button to boost. You can control your speed by moving the control stick forward or backwards. Turning in this game doesn't feel like a hassle. It actually feels satisfying turning corner to corner. Your character will have a meter on the right side of the screen for your boost. The only way to get it is to land tricks. This is where the game gets fun. In order for you to land a trick, stop, wrong game, no, you got the wrong game. In order for you to land a trick, you must press the shoulder buttons to make your character perform a grab. Each button is assigned to do a basic trick. You can combine the button presses to land a more advanced trick. If you want to rotate your character or flip them, you will have to hold the X button to start crouching, and hold the direction on the control stick or control pad you want to turn or flip to wind up your body. The longer you wind up, the faster you'll spin or flip. But the problem with that is that you lose the ability to steer when you start to wind up. You will have to plan where to go. But once you jump off, you'll get enough air, depending on the ramp, to land a sick trick. The better the trick, the more boost you can get. But if you keep on repeating the same move, the number of points and boost you will get will be cut in half. This is where the square button comes into place. Pressing the square button will tweak your grab, giving you an extra amount of points, while changing up your trick. But be wary, as tweaking moves are considered their own type of grab. Meaning, if you accidentally tweak the same grab in a trick, you can get penalized. Mixing up your tricks is key to maintain the field meter, but doing too much can be risky. When you do a mid-air trick, your forward momentum will be reduced the longer you stay in the air. It's a matter of choice whether you go for a trick or you speed up from the jump and keep your speed. There are 2 main modes the game has to offer, racing and show-off. Racing is self-explanatory. I hope it is. The other mode, Show Off, is a mode that is focused on landing tricks and scoring points. There will be colored snowflakes you can collect in order to add a multiplier to your score. There are 3 types of snowflakes you can collect. The bigger the bonus, the harder it is to get. The yellow ones double your score, the orange ones triple your score, and the red ones multiply your score by 5. You must grab them while you're doing a trick in midair, or else the bonus will not count. These bonuses are crucial if you want to get a high score. The main single player game is World Circuit. The purpose of this mode is to play throughout all the courses in both the racing event and show off. In racing, you have to race 3 rounds against the computer. You have to place 3rd or higher to advance to the next round. The last round counts towards your final score. It is recommended going for first place each round because you gain a boost depending on how well you place in the last round, giving you an advantage. Show off is 1 round, however. Placing 3rd or higher will unlock the next course and give your character experience points. You can use these experience points in increasing your character stats. The better the medal, the more stats you can increase. Completing events will also increase your rank of your character, giving them a brand new board. These boards increase the max stats of any given character. You can use this advantage to cheese your opponent when you play split screen. There are 5 courses you can play through. Each mode will have their own exclusive track as the final course, bringing the total to 8. I hate to say this nowadays, but good job EA, you did it. You guys made each course look and feel different from the last. It feels like an achievement when you unlock these courses playing through the World Circuit. What I like about the design of these courses is that they're filled with shortcuts. How these shortcuts work is that when you're near one, it'll stand out to the point where you can't miss it. But you must know how these shortcuts work in order for you to reap the benefits. Going through these shortcuts are tricky. If you mess up once, you will fall flat on your face, leaving you behind the competition. This game rewards players for extended play, since these shortcuts can be really helpful in placing high in the World Circuit. In Show Off, the snowflakes are placed strategically to the point where it takes multiple tries to get the perfect combo. There are a couple of courses I've enjoyed. Mercury City Meltdown is one of them. The course is set in the city. As you go for the gold, you will have to go through city streets, rooftops, and the freeway as you leave your opponents in the dust. Another course I like is the Tokyo Megaplex. This course is a frenzy. You will go through a giant fan as you fly up and take on the real course. The course consists of obstacles whose purpose is to make your character taste the snow. What makes the course fun is that racers who are behind have a full control of the obstacles. There are switches all over the place that either makes the obstacle disappear or reappear, or triggers an obstacle, making it hard for you to go through. With this bright colors and level design, I think the course stands out as the most compared to the other ones. Lastly, there's Aloha Ice Jam. The course may be tough, but the design makes up for it. The hot scenic view makes a perfect parallel for the ice-cold sport known as snowboarding. There are 3 types of racing styles. Alpine focuses on speed and speed nonetheless. These boards are longer than a standard board and the rider will start to lean forward. Since speed is the main factor, landing tricks will be very difficult. There is also freestyle. These boards are the shortest of the 3. Freestyle's main focus is on landing tricks. Speed will be reduced for better rotation speed. These boards are recommended in show-off tracks, where tricks are the main focus. The last of the 3 is Bordercross, or BX for short. These boards are well-rounded. They remove the flaws of the other styles, but at the same time removing the focus. These boards are safe for both events due to their spread out stats, but they can be outclassed. This game has a high replay value, especially how each character has to complete events on their own to rank up. The main goal of this game is to get gold on every course. Doing so will put your character at max rank, giving them the maximum amount of stats the player could get. These stats carry over to multiplayer as well. The difficulty of this game is medium-high. The game is pretty hard, but not unforgivable. Like I mentioned before, the game rewards players for extended play. Finding all the shortcuts and going through them will be a hassle, but enough time and patience, they'll save you seconds. These seconds can make a difference between first and second place. For the purpose of this video and this game, I'm making the soundtrack a separate point since there are no story modes in sports games. The soundtrack consists of hip-hop. It has an underground vibe to it. The game takes advantage of the soundtrack by making it interactive. For example, if you're performing a trick in the air, the music will start to consist of drum and bass, intensifying the trick you're going to perform. I like this soundtrack. It has a Jet Set Radio vibe to it. Any soundtrack compared to Jet Set Radio gets an A+ in my book. This game is one of the best snowboarding games I have played in my life. It's so good it's used as a measuring stick to compare to other snowboarding games in the future. But I don't see it getting mentioned a lot. It's because the game hasn't sold well. This game was released in 2000 with the launch of the PlayStation 2, so it had to compete at a staggering 29 other games. So it had to compete with games like Dead or Alive 2, Street Fighter EXE 3, Midnight Club, Madden 2001, and Tekken Tag Tournament. Like, can you really compete with Tekken Tag Tournament? With another snowboarding game on the lineup, it was no wonder why this game was under the radar. But do I recommend this game? Should he play it? I'll have to answer that in another video. You'll understand why. So in the meantime, bye!